coming at you live from Microsoft NYC.
Sponsored by Ultimate Wireless LLC.
And powered by Cortastic. This is Player 1 Crimson.
It's your boy, Suavesque bro. If you don't know, Player 2.
And I am Player 3, Bubblegum Zombie Hunter.
And we're L.A.N Party. That was better than I expected.
That was actually the best one we've done.
Listen.
I would say I miss you guys, but I saw you guys yesterday, so.
Whose fault is that?
I miss doing an actual podcast with you guys. Like, I miss being here and just like.
You know, we could have just
It's been a long
Skyped.
time.
No. I did a Skype episode with someone else recently, and the audio shit.
Yeah, I don't like the Skype thing. It's not
Skype
the same.
audio's not that great, even
Damn.
for mine.
It's not the same. But I miss just the three of us
Guess we don't-
chatting.
Not doing that.
Here.
Okay. Shit. Shot me down.
So we were talking about this earlier today on our Instagram live. I would say if you haven't yet, check that out. But this is going to be gone by the time y'all check it out. But if y'all did watch it, we started talking about, I had brought up that I'm going to use my nicknames because I don't feel like saying their real names, whatever. I was talking about how the king, like the top tier people in My Hero is Icy Hot and Explosive Boy. And I was like, something that disappointed me is that there are no top tier females. Like, I wish there was just one girl who was like on the same level as Explosive Boy and Icy Hot.
And I was, all right, to rebuttal that, I was saying that Uraraka, I feel as if she's on
Creation, right? Or Gravity.
Gravity.
All right.
Gravity. I feel like she on the level of them boys, bro. Because, all right, maybe not Bakugo, because in like practice, even if you make him light, like he can still move around, right? Because of his power.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to, and it's like, when it comes to Todoroki, Icy Hot, it's like he's super offensive. Those two in particular are super offensive. But I feel as if the women in My Hero, they what? Fucking the girl with the ears, with the earlobes, with the headphone jack. I know for a fact she will make you go deaf. On top of make you go deaf, I'm pretty sure she can stop more than half the cast in their tracks. Who else? The acid girl, yo, literally, come on. She shoots acid. She's shooting it will kill you. And then you want to get gangster? The invisible girl, she'll just take off her gloves, run up behind you and choke you out. She'll just choke you out.
I'm so sorry. That's
She
so
gotta be
funny.
naked to do it.
It's like
Like they didn't make clothes that could go invisible with her, like Violet from The Incredibles.
you see, because I'm telling you now, like I think the My Hero girls, they have shine. It's just when you compare, when you talk about
Shined.
Bakugo, they have clout. When you talk about Bakugo and Todoroki in particular, it's like they have super offensive quirks.
Them girls haven't shined at all, bro.
At all.
Are you serious?
I
They
mean,
have
I
they
just want to
have
state
cool
I've only
powers.
gotten to the end of season 2, so I would have to look at season 3. That's a
son.
disclaimer.
I
There's
know.
things I don't know.
I got
No,
you,
I
season
agree
3.
with you. What you're trying, I feel like what you're saying is that they have great abilities. They have great offensive abilities, but they do not know how to use it. That's the whole reason why Bakugo and Todoroki, right? That's the whole reason why they shine the way they do. Not only are their powers bomb, they know how to use it offensively, intelligently. That's the thing.
Not even just
That's what
offensive,
shocks
intelligently.
people, because people will look at freaking Explosion Boy like this nigga's we could say nigga. The people look at Explosion Boy like this nigga's an idiot, and then they see him in the ring and they're like, this guy is smart. He knows exactly. He's smart. He's tactical, and that's why he wins.
It's like his powers is literally like I have like grenades in my hands. I can fly around with some grenades in my
Just
hand.
fire.
I have a long distance beam I can shoot. He has a skill set, like his powers alone give him a wide skill set, and it just gives him strain on his forearms. And because of the gauntlets, he doesn't have such strain. Now, if you compare any other girls in the My Hero in like Todoroki, and the speed that he can create them fucking ice walls are fucking, it's like a blink of an eye. And that, how strong his fire is, you're comparing two super offensive quirks to like creation and gravity.
Nah, but they utilize those quirks
And creation could be offensive. Like creation could fucking create these big. Creation could create grenades. She could create these big ass offensive guns. I'm always
she
disappointed
literally has the power of
to
creation.
create anything.
She's
I'm always
only
disappointed
limited
in what she does.
by the fats in her body and her imagination.
Not
What
imagination.
if Deku had her
it's not
quirk?
only imagination. It's not only imagination.
But if Deku had her quirk, how ill do you think he would have been?
He won't.
True.
He wouldn't be ill.
He's not as smart. He's not as smart as her. The biggest thing about her quirk is
Deku's not ill now.
no,
he's not as smart as her.
No, don't do that. He is creative. He's not as smart. There's a difference.
So a person who's creative with the power to create.
Yo, my nigga,
that's not cool.
Her quirk doesn't work like that. She needs to understand it to a molecular structure. That's what they said.
You don't think Deku will be able to do that?
No.
That's ridiculous. The boy has a whole notebook of everybody's quirks, their abilities, their limits, and how to combat it. How do you think he fought Bakugo the first 2 times?
That doesn't make him understand the science behind it.
He was only able to fight Bakugo because he put the effort to learn how he fought. He knew the science behind how Bakugo fights. You always lead in with your right, so I'm gonna shift left. I'm gonna uppercut you up.
Science and habits are 2 different things.
Okay,
that's a habit.
Apply that knowledge to the creation quirk. That's what I'm saying. The theory that he's using is to fight, because that's the ability he has. He has offensive ability. He amplifies his strength, and he has to fight. But if he had the quirk to create something, he would use that same energy to understand how to create something the best way that he can. It's kind of like the grandfather's grandchild, wise man's grandchild.
Oh.
The reason why that kid's magic is so powerful in that anime, because he breaks down the magic to science. So when he creates fire, he imagines the oxygen molecules and the carbon dioxide and the reaction that shit makes. So when he does make the fire, it's stronger than some dude who's just like, fire.
But that's why I'm trying to say he wouldn't be as great as that, because
why not?
Because he understands how to do things in unconventional means. So he is creative in the sense of, I will use this shield and I will jump on top of these mimes to propel myself, right? But now if you ask him to create said things, he can't do that.
But if that was the base of his power,
then he'd be lacking in combat. And then he wouldn't. I'm trying to tell you, he wouldn't.
He would be lacking in combat.
He wouldn't be able to do it
because combat wouldn't be his immediate focus.
He wouldn't be able to do it to the extent that she does
think more.
I'm telling you now, that girl's smarter than him. And then on top of that, you gotta think about their grades. On top of all that shit, does she not have like one of the best in the grade?
Yo, she may be smarter than him, but does she have heart? Like on some real shit.
Man,
like Deku has
heart.
heart. That's why he goes as hard as he goes. That's why he freaking kills.
That's why he's one of the worst characters in this show. Y'all base his heart equals recklessness.
I ain't basing nothing off of heart. I'm basing off the fact that he will sit there and study a character to learn how to combat them. When they're open, what's their weakness, how their power works,
Creation's
what's the
intelligence ain't helping her win shit, bro. She failed at season 2 at her part of the, what was it called? The sports?
She didn't fail because she was whack. She failed because she lacking combat experience.
Okay, and that makes her whack.
So what the fuck? So what? So let me get this straight. So let me just get this straight, right? And I want y'all to understand this, right? You think if anyone else had Deku's powers, they would be breaking their bones as much as he did?
No.
Yes.
I don't think so.
All right. If Bakugo,
who? Can you give an example?
All of them. Because
I don't think Momo got it in her
to handle that power.
I don't know why I'm calling her Momo. I don't think Gravity got it in her.
All of them would break their bones just like Deku, because he was too weak to get the power. That's the only reason why his bones was breaking.
No, but I think what Player One is trying to say, do they have, I don't want to say heart, but do they have like the heart to like, because Deku would just be on some recklessness.
I don't know.
Would they be that reckless to be doing it
That's
the way
what I'm trying to say.
If they have the heart to break their bones?
That's
not heart, but
whatever Deku has.
Not heart, but it's like if they had Deku's powers, would they bones have broken as many times as Deku?
Because Deku pushes himself the way he does. But you're proving our point, in which is just like, yeah, all these characters have amazing abilities, but only those 3, well, those 2, but let's just add Deku in there. Only those 3 shine the way they do because
add Deku.
Only those 3 shine the way they do because of whatever, because they have more to it. They're using more than their powers. I get
what you're saying.
I get what you're trying to say. It's I when it comes to Deku personally, he's not a bad character. I understand where you're coming from in the sense of like he understands his opponents because he studies his opponents. When you're throwing a punch, it's you leaning this way, you're doing big swings, but that's just based off of observation that anyone could do off the top of the dome just by looking.
Doing it, and that's why they are killing.
Don't do that. They're not doing it to his extent because he has a late start. So he has to go about it. He's compensating for the short amount of time he's had a quirk. On top, that's why he has to go about it like that.
Deku was doing that before he had a quirk. He had a book of all these superheroes because he loved them, so he studied them, and he wanted to be a hero himself. So it's like, how do I be a hero? Let me study that.
So in that retrospect, right? You really think if he had Momo's powers, he can keep up? He could keep up with Momo herself. If we gave them both the same power, the same skill set, and the same amount of time with that power, you think he's gonna be as good as her?
Yes.
Y'all niggas is wildin',
bro. Yes. We're not.
He would be better. Wildin', bro.
He would be better than her.
He would be better.
Y'all niggas is wildin'.
Because look at the amount of time that he's had one for all.
Yeah, one for all. I said all for one.
I'd be fucking up too. Look at the amount of time he's had one for all. Like you said, he had a late start. But he went from being the late start to being like top 3.
Yep.
Wait, stop.
Why?
Stop.
Why? Because he took the time to understand the power that he had and how to utilize it to the best of his ability. He started realizing maybe I shouldn't be outputting 100%. My bones are shattering. Then realized I need to output it slower, cover my whole body. Now I have full cowling.
Whoa.
Stop using my arms. Use my legs. My legs are strong too. Now shoot style. If he had started...
Shoot style exists not because if he breaks his arms again, he's clipped. That's why shoot style exists. If he breaks his arms again,
he understood that too.
Clipped.
And so then he's like, what can I do now? Like, if I can't smash it, how do I go about using this power without fucking my arms up? I'm going to use my legs. But aside from all that, just him realizing like I got to use like 6%, 8%, 12%, whatever. That's him understanding his ability. And that's why he's top 3 because he took the time to learn what he can.
Do you understand what you're saying?
His limits and how to use the power.
Makes him top 3. He's up there not because he's ill. It's because he's fucking OP. His power is OP.
When he was using 100%, he wasn't top 3 though.
Yes, the fuck he was.
No, he wasn't.
Aizawa wouldn't.
But aren't you saying all of those girls' powers are OP? That's what you're saying, right? Creation's powers is OP. Gravity's powers is OP. Airplug's powers is OP. Yet they're not top 3.
Yo, hold on. Wait. I want y'all to understand something, right? Who is All Might? All Might is the number before the fall. He is the number 1 hero. Yo, we all understand that. How close were any other hero and villains to All Might's overall power output?
Not close.
No one. No one was close to that. So you gave a child a bazooka. And then you're sitting here trying to tell me, he's top 3. Yes, because he's carrying a fucking bazooka.
Create a bazooka.
No. It's not the same. It's not the same. It's like creation could create things, right? This boy has the power to level skyscrapers in a punch. He has the power to do that. He has the power to do that. In his current state, even in his current state in the anime that you're in the part of anime that you're up to, he can do that.
Mm-hmm. And he'll shatter his entire body doing it.
He can do it. It's plausible.
But you said Bakugo's powers was just grenades, right?
No,
that's not OP.
It's not his powers ain't just grenades. It's like he sweats like some type of the sweat
glycerin or some shit.
Like
something explosive.
Like the father's nitro, the mother's glycerin. no, seriously, that's how it is. Like that's how Bakugo's his parents is a combination of one of each like fucking compound that creates it. And then they got married and they had a kid. It was Bakugo, and that's why his power's the way it is. Now, the way it shoots outward and all that bullshit, I couldn't explain that to you.
Okay, I was trying to wonder. I always wondered, but I thought I missed something in the anime. But
it's like he's passed down the power to be OP. He can do. He like strength wise, he can almost do it. He will hurt himself doing it. Yes, but it doesn't excuse the fact that he can do it. He literally can do it.
Everyone and then it's has the power to be OP. Look at Is his name Nightwing? Nightshade?
You talking about?
Black Shadow, Dark Shadow.
Tokiyami?
Tokiyami.
Yeah, his name's Dark Shadow. His power is OP, and he's top there. He's up there, but he ain't top 3.
His power is situational. That's not fair either. You can't. He has the power to be OP.
Weaknesses.
But his is situational. You're talking about the top students. The top students in the class are not they're not top students because they're so inventive. They're top students because the quirk itself is super offensive. It's super offensive. Like the number, all right, so you're not up to this part yet. So it's you feel me? The big 3, right? The number 1 student in UA, his quirk isn't super offensive. It's because he used a quirk that's not super offensive in a unique mannerism. That's why he's the best. He's a third year. He's the best student. Those kids are only the top, quote unquote, because the quirk itself is super offensive. It's super offensive. So
hold up. So if you talk about Mario being the best, but he doesn't have a super offensive quirk, doesn't that just deflate your whole argument?
How so?
Because he doesn't have a super OP quirk. When he phases through things, he's blind. He can't see, he can't hear, he can't taste, what the fuck ever. But he managed to turn his quirk into something that made him OP. Because he understands his quirk and he learned how to best use it in combat, which is what makes him so high tier.
Okay, but right now the conversation is about these 3 students in particular, right? These 3 students, they
do have super abilities. But that don't mean shit if they're whack.
What do you mean if they're whack?
Because like I said early in the series, Deku wasn't top tier. He had top tier powers, but he was not top tier.
Hold on, wait. What are you talking about? If Deku hit any of his students,
if he hit them, if keyword is if, he would have to be able to land a hit. If he can't fight, it don't matter how fucking strong he is.
Hold on, wait. I want to hear this. You don't think Deku can land a hit on nobody in that class? What? Yo, listen. If Deku all limbs, no limbs broken, he can't land a hit on Icy Hot. Are you serious? He'll literally just charge in one time and punch this boy in the face. He's fast enough and strong enough to do it.
Then how he could break.
Literally, he'll just break. Literally, he'll break both his legs to go at what 50%. Fly over there and hit him with 75%, and Todoroki would die.
So then, if that's the case,
Todoroki would dodge.
Dodge?
Nah, he would dodge. Todoroki would dodge.
He would die.
But if that's the case, how come Deku lost to Todoroki in the match?
What do you mean if that's the case? Why he lost him in the match? First off,
he lost because Todoroki is more skilled.
Yes, he's more skilled.
Nigga, first off, Todoroki barely won that fight. He
wasn't in the right mind. If he really wanted to fight Deku at that point, Deku wasn't.
Also, Todoroki was using for the majority of his fight, 50% of his powers.
So wait. So you mean to tell me, right? You mean to let's make this let's get this straight. If Deku goes, let's say he used 50% in both legs to shoot over there, his fucking Todoroki's reaction time is fast enough to even catch. No, don't do.
We don't know.
Don't do. You do know.
No, we don't know.
There's characters that he would.
And
do
also
that.
now break his fucking legs if he wants to him at 50%.
He's propelling himself. They're getting broke. He's breaking both legs at 50% to shoot over there. To shoot over. Come on, you've seen Deku's speed when he's actually.
But you've also seen the speed of Shoto's ice. It doesn't have to go that far. It just has to cover him.
All right, you're absolutely correct. It just has to cover him. The speed that Deku is going to travel over there to go punch this boy in the face will be astronomical. It will be astronomical. It will be just on the same fucking plane from when the villains came to the like that little pool shit and fucking All Might had to fight the Nemo. And it's like
Nomu.
All Might had to fight the Nomu, and he saved the kids and punched Shigaraki at the same fucking time. It's going to be that fast. It's going to be that fast.
I'm sorry,
but All Might had control of that power.
But I'm saying,
the way Deku would do it, if that situation had happened, the way Deku would do it, when he launches at 50%, he's destroying the entire area around him.
Entire area
and as soon as Shoto sees there's a big ass explosion and there's no Deku,
he's not.
There's an ice wall going
hit. He's already going to get hit.
He's putting up an ice wall, son. He has the combat sense to know like this nigga's doing something.
No, don't do that. Because once you saw that All Might was gone, you saw him again in that same instant, and that nigga got hit.
But when he did gone, he didn't destroy all the earth behind him when he did it. He just like some Dragon Ball Z speed.
You feel me? No one listen.
So there was no indicator that like
of what's
he
happening.
Launched off.
But if
the way Deku would do it, because he doesn't have the skill to fine tune it to blast off the ground without destroying the whole shit. If Deku did that, Todoroki would know that he took off. He's gonna be like, he's too fast, I can't see him. So what is he gonna do? He's gonna go into defensive. Immediately put up an ice wall around himself.
And that's what makes Icy Hot better.
Now, whether or not Deku will punch through it, that's different.
He's going right through.
All right, but that's only because his power makes him that strong, not because he's more skilled than Todoroki.
I'm not saying
perfect example.
Skilled. I'm saying
Rock Lee versus Gaara. He was fast as fuck when fighting Gaara. And he still ended up losing, bro.
Listen,
he still ended up losing.
Listen, that fight in particular didn't make sense. He shouldn't have. He shouldn't have. No, let's all agree to that. He shouldn't have lost, and that was bad storytelling.
That was terrible.
That was bad storytelling. He shouldn't have lost that fight.
But point B, it do matter how fast Deku goes. But in that case, it also matters Deku's skill.
But now it doesn't matter.
Because if you go that fast with no skill, you have no control. It's going to be a tell.
And that's why he will end up killing them in a fight, because he doesn't have that kind of control.
But if this is the case, why didn't he win season 2? That's what I keep saying. And
because he's doing this. He's flicking.
He said he doesn't want to break his whole arm.
He's flicking. Yeah, I'm talking.
He's trying to keep himself able to fight.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm talking about if he goes, fuck it, I'm going to kill you right now. He literally has to shoot over there. It doesn't. Even if Todoroki puts up a fucking ice wall, you need to have a very dense and thick ice wall to even halt Deku on his way there, right? And that's only if your reaction time is fast enough to even have it up before he made it to you.
So wait, quick question. For their team match with Icy Hot and Deku, the only reason Icy Hot won is because they charged at each other. It caused an explosion, but Icy Hot put up that wall around him so he wouldn't fly out the stage.
Not only that he couldn't fly out, that the power output he was putting at the time was stronger than the power output that Deku was putting out. Was coming charging, because if you look at all 5 walls on Todoroki's side, his walls were getting destroyed faster than Deku's because he's putting out a higher output. Mm-hmm. And on top of him putting a higher, his output was higher, and it was faster at the moment than how Deku was traveling.
But doesn't that once again go again
at the moment how Deku was traveling? Mm-hmm. Deku has multiple levels of speed that he can achieve, mm-hmm. right? All because of how he could put a percentage output at the time or whatever he wants to travel. So if Deku goes, I'm going to travel at you 100%. Nobody in his class is going to stop him. Mm-hmm. He will catch them. Mm-hmm. He will catch them. And don't let it be that they are in a closer range. In the midst of him catching them, they might die.
They're going to die.
You know what I'm saying? Dead. They might die. Mm-hmm. So it's not fair to talk about those 3 in particular students where it's like, their quirks are so fucking offensive that it could branch off to other things because they're so offensive. It's like, I bet I have a big ass bazooka cannon lord thingamabob, right? Okay, what can I do to enhance this bazooka? Add a fucking scope to the bazooka. Now my accuracy to my bazooka, you know what I'm saying? It's not fair.
I feel like Engine Boy and I feel like Engine Boy and Explosive Boy, can't they be on the same level in terms of their power?
No.
Why do you say that?
Because I feel as if Ida is very land based. Bakugo can literally take it to the sky if he wanted to. He could take it to the sky if he wanted to. Not only he could take it to the sky, he could charge up a hit, and he could pull the pin on his shit, and that shit will be explosive.
Oh,
if it's imagine him save it up for like a week or a year, the amount of like the power output will be ridiculous. That will kill someone.
I think the fight between Gravity and Explosive Boy showed that the women have a lot of potential. Like, she put her heart and soul into that fight, but at the end of the day, she lost because she wasn't on the same level.
She not only that, she don't have no real battle prowess. That's the biggest thing about this argument is battle prowess.
What do you mean?
Actually, they just don't have any characters that shine like those top 3 students.
Not like
Bakugo, Deku,
Uraraka in particular. Like once she
Shoto.
starts, once she starts, I'm learning like gunmetal, gunhead,
Gravity, right?
Yeah, once she starts learning gunhead martial arts, she becomes more valuable because now she has hand-to-hand combat to a quirk that allows her to lighten anything that she wants.
Yeah.
But
right?
does she shine?
Nigga,
yeah, sure, she gets another ability, but does she shine?
Nigga, what? Yeah, nigga, all the girls shine in that exam to get their licenses.
No. Fuck the exam because they have to show the students because they're part of the main cast. Does she shine?
The same way those 3 boys do, though.
That's what she's saying. Like, because you always have your handful of anime characters that you have to really focus on. What she's saying is that none of them are women.
Nigga,
they're all male. All of the characters that have the most shine are male.
Amazing and all that, like across the board, the women have amazing powers. Yet, for some reason, they're not shining like those 3 top guys. And I was just saying that sucks.
Like Momo got great powers. She does not shine.
I'm telling you,
shit like that. Shit like that. That's kind of why I stopped watching Fairy Tail, because there was only like one female character in that show that really shined, and that's Urza. And they never nerfed her. All right, if you nerf Scarlet, they'll fucking we'll riot. Don't nerf Urza. Like, you feel me? But other than that, there are characters that got crazy abilities. Whack. The chick with the white hair, the demon chick, whack.
Wait, chick with the white hair? Is she in season 2?
What's his face? This is not My Hero. This is Fairy Tail.
Oh, yeah.
Like, when she debuted as the demon chick, everybody was like, yo, she's so ill. And she was ill for like that episode and that episode only. Lucy's been whacked the whole series. I don't give a fuck what you say. Fuck the manga. She been whacked the whole anime. Lucy is trash. Shorty that got fucking fairy glitter. Kana, the drunk chick.
She's not whack.
She got one of the strongest fucking spells in the guild, and she's trash. And isn't her father like Guildarts or some shit?
She's trash, but she's not whack.
Isn't her father Guildarts?
Yeah.
How is your father Guildarts and you suck?
Yeah, Guildarts is like the best character in that show, bro.
Yo, he is so broken. They literally have to split the city apart when he walks through, so his magic doesn't fuck anything up.
Jesus.
And you're his fucking child, and you suck. Get out of here, bro. It's terrible. That's terrible.
All I'm saying is
terrible.
My Hero in particular, those 3 boys, they have super offensive. I'm saying in that situation.
This is not just in My Hero. This is like overall anime.
We're gonna get to, but I'm saying, look at the twig hair girl, the vine hair girl. Her powers are also OP, and she got very far in that competition. Why did she lose? Do you guys remember?
I forgot.
I don't remember why she lost, but I'm chalking that up to bad writing because she should have been part of class 1A. Half the students when they shouldn't be in 1A.
Oh no, that's not bad writing. She
she lost to like a legit person.
No, it's not bad writing that she's in 1A. Like, remember the guy who controlled people's minds? So remember they were saying like he couldn't fight robots because that's not he can't brainwash a robot. So that's why he didn't make it into 1A.
I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about some of the class. Half the 1A students do not belong in 1A.
This is facts.
I'm not trying to hear it. Like,
no, this is facts.
The tail kid, he's cool. He belongs in 1B, right?
Oh, the beam kid, the pretty beam boy.
Belly button laser.
No. He was one of the. I think he's one of the 4 kids that didn't have to take the test
because they're rich.
Oh, that makes sense.
Him, Momo, Todoroki, and there was a 4th one.
Yeah. I was gonna say creation, but you already said.
You feel me? And then who else? The kid with the multiple arms does not believe he doesn't need to be in 1A at all. Yeah. Frog Girl does not need to be in 1A at all.
But I don't think that's bad writing. I think the purpose of I think the purpose of having dope ass kids in 1B is to saying that there was something wrong with the testing. Like, the testing doesn't work well for every single quirk. So knowing that Twig Girl, the way the test was, she probably, because she's like a hippie and doesn't like to destroy or harm things, she probably didn't make the cut for for A. Am I?
I hear what you're saying. Then why is Deku allowed to be in 1A then?
Because Deku punched.
He snuffed the toughest robot.
He punched the robot.
It doesn't matter because, and I'm only saying it doesn't matter. He could have went to 1B because
remember those robots had points.
I remember that.
And
right?
they all know who Deku is. Like
no, they don't.
No, they don't.
The
they
teachers
don't.
I thought all the teachers know.
There's only like 2 teachers who know.
And then on top of that, I don't want to hear this whole I also believe he gets special treatment low key.
High key.
He do.
He gets special treatment from like the dean of the school, All Might.
The dean knows.
And everyone who knew All Might's secret before All Might's secret was out, he was getting special treatment. That's why Aizawa treated him the way he did. That's why he wasn't top 3 at the beginning. Because if Aizawa didn't treat him the way he did at the beginning because he knew, nigga, he'd have been top 3.
No.
They didn't consider that nigga top 3. I'm telling you now. Because no one's putting out that kind of power, as much power as he is.
He's just been a whack nigga with mad strength.
Nigga, the other sugar nigga had mad strength, and Deku was always was seen higher than him in overall.
What
and he had
power?
the sugar rush nigga.
Ultimate muscle.
I'm so awesome.
There was one kid in the class. Deku isn't the only
big ass lips.
There's 2. The one that be eating all the cakes and all the sweet stuff. There's 2 kids in the class that are power types. Deku and one other person. The thing about the other person is he has to burn like sugar in his body or some shit, and he'll be super strong. So he's always making pastries. He wasn't even seen as strong as Deku was. I'm trying to tell you, they playing favoritism with him. If Aizawa wasn't if Vlad was the teacher and not Aizawa, he'd have been seen as top 3 in the fucking class from the jump. And because Vlad don't know the secret. Fucking Aizawa was parried to it from the jump. He's like, no, I don't trust y'all niggas.
I don't agree.
Yeah, I was just about to say, well, we're gonna agree to disagree on this. He's just been a strong dude. I would
who has no skill. That's what it would have been. He's just been a strong kid with no skill. That's how I
feel about Deku, honestly. Which goes like, I don't know.
He had to develop skill in order to keep up.
But like, how do y'all feel? Because people are going around comparing Deku to Tanjiro.
Tanjiro is a better character. He has better development in my head.
People are doing that, or is he doing
that? People are doing that, considering how big Demon Slayer is getting.
How dare you point at me? Oh ass.
Man.
No, it is a comparison because they're both like soft-hearted people. Like both characters are very soft-hearted.
They both work hard as fuck.
Yeah, they do both work hard as fuck. But I feel as if Tanjiro got that boy beat.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Demon Slayer. Like, I'm gonna watch it. It's not bad. Like, I'm gonna watch it. But I wouldn't say it's my favorite anime of the year. But I enjoy it from time to time. But I would say, even with my opinion on Demon Slayer, I prefer Tanjiro. Like, Deku is just a little bit disappointing.
Tanjiro is, first off, I think what plays into liking Tanjiro is Nezuko, the sister.
Yes.
I think that plays a part into liking him because you watch him it's like, oh, he'll do whatever for his sister. But not only that, he's not a bitch.
And real quick sidetracking from your argument, there are dope ass women in Demon Slayer.
Mm-hmm.
Dope.
They get
Fire.
shine.
They get shine.
They get shine. Like the insect pillar, the insect Hashira, she gets shine. Who else? The love Hashira, the one with the pink and green hair. What? She's probably
they're second. All top, but I haven't seen them fight yet.
She's like physically the second strongest.
Do we see them fight yet? I'm like 1 episode behind. The last episode I saw with you.
You're not gonna see them getting it on in any episode soon. But they do get, like, in the manga, they get it on, and they get it on. Like, the Love Hashira, she's practically, like, the second physically strongest. Fucking, what other Hashiras were there that are female? Just those 2, I think. Just those 2 Hashiras in particular. And they're not, like, they get shine.
Remember the butterfly, the insect pillar, I think it's her, like,
it's like her apprentice. That's her powder one.
Yeah, the flower,
yeah, she's pretty fire, too.
Yeah, she's really good. But, like, they get shine. There's no weak women in Demon Slayer whatsoever. None of them are weak. Even Nezuko gives it up.
When she wants to.
No, when she wants to. When she can.
When she can.
When she can. You feel me? Nah, honestly, it varies. I think it varies. I think that what you're saying is, like, long story short, women don't get much shine in animation, but I just feel as if that men shouldn't be writing women characters.
This is fair.
Honestly. It's the only way because like I can't tell a woman's story better than a woman. You know, I can't convey like, you know, women emotions, like that women go through better than a woman. The same way like a white person can't tell a black person's story. You know,
do they try?
They still try.
Moving on, our next topic for today is going to be black casting. A little birdie told us that little birdie is blurred. Thank you very much to Blurview. Told us that they are thinking about, or most likely going to be black casting Xavier and Magneto. And Denzel's playing
Magneto. Like
Magneto.
They think about Magneto. Wow. Denzel for Magneto.
That's so interesting.
That's funny.
Yeah, I'm actually excited.
You can see Denzel as Malcolm X, so you can see
He did play Malcolm X.
So you can see Denzel. Yeah. So I don't know about this. I don't know about this because do you feel as if this is where it gets a little bit touchy, and we just got a full disclosure. Do you see white people receiving it better if it was black actors representing the X-Men, or do you feel as if they think that we're reaching?
Well, how did white people take to Samuel? Wasn't there some?
They were wilding out. They were mad.
Yeah, there was some,
but
and now
people are just like, "Are you dumb?"
Now they accepted it because Samuel like killed that. You
know, they had no choice.
At the end of the day,
there is a black,
and he killed it. You got to. It wasn't even that. You know, it wasn't even that they had no choice. Like they had nothing to say. He did a good job.
But the thing with that is like Black Nick Fury exists.
Exactly.
Like Black Nick Fury is a character.
There is a Black Nick Fury versus there's never in the rendition of all these years of the X-Men being out that there
a white Magneto, white Charles.
Yeah. Those were like their fucking defining characteristics, that they were white men. The defining characteristic for Magneto was he's like German or some shit.
I don't know if that's like his original origin. I think they started adding that shit like later on,
but that he was history. Like he was part of World War II. He was in the concentration.
When the X-Men movie started.
No, a little before that. He was part of World War II. He was part of the concentration camps. He was saved from He was saved by Captain America. Captain America and Wolverine teaming up saved him as a child. Those are things that are like part of his active story, right? Do we change that? And then on top of that, here's the real question, right? By having Charles Xavier and Magneto white when X-Men first debuted, was it easier to kind of convey racism and being prejudiced than it would have been if they were black characters? Because yes, I understand, we are black. It's easy to just convey that story. But now, was it easier for white people to see other white people act racist towards each other, not because of the color of their skin, but because they're mutations? Yeah. Was it easier to depict racism to kind of educate people because it was still white on white?
But I feel you, but I feel like that racism aspect went over a lot of people's heads. Like same with Avatar, blue people. I think that, I don't remember Avatar, but I think it has stuff to do with racism too.
Yeah.
So that went over a lot of people's heads. They really think of it as just a story. They don't think.
I don't know. It's even just a story. I just feel as if this is going to be a very lengthy racist people coming out the woodwork, coming for us again, for us trying to live, for us trying to have black characters. And it's going to become why don't we create brand new black characters? Why we got to change the ones they have from white to black? Well, you guys wouldn't like it if we changed Black Panther to white, which we wouldn't, because we would shoot somebody for this shit.
And I don't even want to go into why that's not the case, because we all black, and and our listeners, I think everyone should know why that's unacceptable. How do you guys feel about it though? Because I don't know much about X-Men and I don't care, so because of that I'm just like, go for it. I'm excited to see where you're going with this. But hearing that Magneto story starts in a concentration camp and that's a core part of his
that's a
backstory, I don't know how I feel about turning him black. But then again, like it's different stories, it's different storytellings. Like, if y'all want to see Jewish Magneto, watch the X-Men movie.
But that's the biggest problem. No one
that's a
accepts
problem
that.
because now X-Men are finally joining the MCU, so people kind of really want it to be right. You know what I'm saying?
Not only that, on piggyback what he's saying, niggas do not like people giving, like, they don't like changing up shit. Niggas do not like that shit. No one like them go hards. Yeah, I said it. Them go hards do not like that shit. Like when episode 7, 8, and 9 for Star Wars, if it wasn't following the extended universe, they're not trying to hear it. Mm-hmm. They don't care. They want people. The biggest problem is that people want story. They want to see exactly what they saw in the original source material.
This is true, but I feel like it's also white people being white people, because I bet you they would have no problem if Black Panther was white. No white person gonna be up in arms.
They'll be fucking ecstatic.
They'll be ecstatic. They'll be hyped.
Fucking ecstatic.
So let's call it what it is. Like, yeah, they go hard. Yeah, they don't like things being changed. But if racism wasn't an underlying, or colorism or prejudice wasn't an underlying factor, I don't think they would be as angry or upset. I mean, this is our life now. You know, we dealt with it with Nick Fury. We dealt with it with Mary Jane. We're dealing with it with Ariel. Like, I'm gonna brace myself for the
Human
storm.
Torch.
Yeah, Human Torch. I'm gonna brace myself for the storm. I don't necessarily know how I feel about it, but I'm not against it. I'm open to everything. I'm open to anything.
What about you, player 2?
I don't know, it's kind of weird. And like, I feel like those two characters being white is kind of important for the
characteristics to these characters.
You know, I think because
I think it is reaching a little.
Because like Magneto, like you said, with his Jewish origins, or whatever, in the Holocaust
he's a Jew.
And World War II and shit. But then also Professor X was like a child of white privilege, rich white kid.
So he doesn't even understand.
In a mansion in fucking Westchester, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, you know, I really, really hate to say this and be this person, but I do think it's reaching. And I really we love T'Challa. We love Miles Morales. We love Miles Morales. We haven't seen Ironheart on the big screen, but we even love Blade. So, and it's
Blade's a cool dude. He cool.
So it's kind of just like, and you know, Miles Morales is a fairly recent character, like 10 years. I remember when he came out in high school.
2012.
Right? Okay, so over 10 years. So I think I hate
2012.
What's wrong with your math?
7 years.
Close, right?
You said over 10 years.
No, I said about 10 years. That's close, 7 to 10. That's not so bad.
You got it.
Yeah, but it's kind of like, listen, I'm going to support seeing Denzel on the big screen. I'm going to support seeing one of him as the X-Men. But I think it starts to feel like, I can't think of the word. I want to say placating, but not that. But it's starting to feel like, I don't know what word I'm trying to get.
I don't. But I think I agree with you. I feel as if as long as they make Denzel, Black Magneto, go through something similar of the kind of it has to be something similar. I
guess it could just be racism at that point.
Straight up racist.
Straight up racism when he's a kid.
Magneto, it can't be just straight racism. It has to, he needs to go through a concentration camp. He needs to grow that hatred, racism alone.
Okay, so he gotta remember he's also an old man, so segregation.
Oh,
yes, the civil rights movements and shit like that. Yes, let him be the survivor. Because of his X gene, he's able to. His body was able to sustain him.
Like he was about to get killed by some white police officers, and like his X gene activated. He threw some metal shit at them, killed them, or they tried to shoot him, and he stopped the bullets and threw it back at them. Some shit like that.
Because I'm telling you now, if they're going to make Charles and Charles
Charles could probably be mixed race.
Yeah. So
this way he could still benefit from let's say he has like a white father.
Yeah.
The father's like a white rich man, his mom is black. And they're just like out in their rich estate.
Like Logic, the rapper Logic.
Yeah.
He could be white passing.
Yeah, so they'll make him biracial, and he's light-skinned, and he'll be good enough for the white folk. But, you know, he could still see, like, yo, I am a black person. I see, like, other black people being discriminated against in the same way Professor X is like, yo, stop, fucking with my mutants, bro.
And then we can have Denzel as fucking Magneto. He lived through they got to be around the same age.
Of course.
They have to be around the same age. He lived through it all. he has somewhat of a healing factor, or like what he has a secondary power that allows him to his aging to slow down. So that's why he's even in tip top shape to even be doing whatever bullshit they're gonna have him doing. And that's the only way you have to. The only way I personally, I'm down for a Black Magneto, but the only way I feel is if they'd be doing a Black Magneto justice if they put that character through somewhat almost as, because nothing, I don't think other than slavery is nothing is, it's slavery than the Holocaust. I don't give a fuck what nobody tells me, right?
Of course.
But it has to be something just as bad as that, as whatever the Jews were going
the trauma.
through. Thank you. During the Holocaust.
Yes, he has to have shared trauma with White Magneto.
Yeah. Like, it has
then
to
the
be.
characters will be similar.
Yeah.
And it'll make sense. Like
But-
this version of
But do you feel
Magneto.
like literally?
Let me put the disclaimer out because I have to, right? But I'm not saying that, you know, like
the Holocaust is equal to slavery.
Yeah, I'm not trying to say the Holocaust is equal to the Civil Rights Movement in any way, shape, or form.
No, it's
I'm
just
saying-
shared trauma.
Yeah, shared trauma that the character himself feels by said events.
Makes sense. That
So
makes sense.
I wanted to put that out there. That needed to be said because I don't, you know.
No, I get it. You'd be like, oh, you saying slavery is the same as the Holocaust? But we just had segregation only like 50-something years ago, and the Jews are profiting off of, you know, the reparations from, like, no. That's not what he's saying.
Not what I'm saying.
He's just saying. And also, you can't compare people's pain. Pain is
Exactly.
pain. Slavery, terrible. Absolutely terrible. I tell you, as a whole, in the human race, there's a giant stain on the human race. So is the Holocaust. But slavery is a bigger one because it lasted longer, and you still feel the effects of it today. However, if you took somebody from the Holocaust who was suffering and took somebody from slavery or segregation period, the Jim Crow time period, all that time period, who was also suffering, you can't be like, this person is suffering more than this person. They both have feelings of despair. And that's what he's trying to say. Like, if Black Magneto, as long as he goes through a traumatic event on the same level, well, let me say
the same
emotional level as White Magneto, so they could be in the same mindset, then it would make sense. But you can't just be like, yo, he's Black and he went through fucking the Holocaust.
Exactly.
You're like, what?
It has to be the same emotional trauma.
I hope this isn't like a silly question, but don't you, I'm gonna phrase this weird, don't you feel like that takes away from the magic a little bit of X-Men? Because X-Men is a story about prejudice and racism, yes, but they blanket that with mutations. So now we're just gonna be like prejudice and racism.
No, I think
they're not making all the mutants Black.
Yeah,
This is true.
I think by having some core mutants Black, you're just doubling down on already message that you're trying to portray.
I mean, because like this shit dropped in like the 60s, bro. You couldn't have a whole cast of Black people talking about they don't like us because of who we are. The white people reading in the 1960s, like, what the fuck is this shit? We're not reading this shit.
Yeah.
Like, look at Black Panther. That shit barely survived because he was a bit of a stereotype when he came out. Like, you know, big, strong Black guy in chains. Like, what? You know what I'm saying?
Same thing with Luke Cage.
That's what I said.
You said Black Panther.
Oh, woo! That's what I meant, Luke Cage. But same thing with Black Panther. Black Panther barely made it.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? So I feel as if I just feel like the storytelling on how these characters, like the reason why they're acting the way they are, it will be the key major point to if a Black Magneto will work or not. And that's always the key major point to whenever you're switching over, whenever you're making a white character a Black character or vice versa. It's not the fact that you do it, it's the fact that how are you portraying?
How are you staying true to the character?
Yeah, like how you staying true to the character?
In their respective lives and respective cultures, what are they going through that equals up to their predecessor and that same emotional, to put them in that same emotional mindset. And it can't be you can't half-ass it neither. You can't half-ass it. You just can't say, oh, people are racist to Denzel Washington. I mean, Black. We gonna call Magneto Denzel Washington Magneto Blackneto, right? So you just can't say, oh, deep.
Yeah, I was laughing mad hard. I love it.
Blackneto. Right? You just can't say, oh, they're racist to Blackneto, so that's why he's acting the way he is. While the other Magneto, he hates humans. It's not like he just hates, like, it's not like he hates white people. He hates all humans. All right, his hatred does not discriminate. As long as you are a Homo sapien, he does not like you. Right, so you need to convey that with Magneto, and the fact that he's black, it's going to be a little bit stronger towards white people.
Because he'll have both. He'll have you're a mutant, we don't like you, and also you're black, and it's 1960.
Yeah, so, because I'm telling you right now, if they make Magneto properly, he will just hate all humans, and he will still remember the traumas from the civil rights movement. So it's like,
matter of fact, that might make him a deeper character than original Magneto.
Exactly.
Because original Magneto was just like, yo, humans versus mutant kind, I hate y'all. But then Magneto is literally humans versus mutant kind, and also like, I'm black. So I could be discriminated on two fronts.
Yeah, I have faith that Magneto wouldn't kill a white mutant. He would. Any white mutants he come across, he will not have any hatred or malice in his heart for them, unless they were to show signs of them being racist and prejudice against him being African American. Right. Beyond that, any Homo sapien is getting all the smoke. White, black, brown, Puerto Rican, Haitian. He does not care. He don't give a fuck.
Or instead of doing both, they could just easily translate like the mutant prejudice as a symbol for racism, as it already is. They could just keep that same message. It's just that he happens to be black. Then there'd be like a duality of sorts. Like, we don't like your kind, and he happens to also be black, and the person who's saying it could be white. So it could be like, are you talking about like him being black or him being mutant?
The real duality in that situation, if the white person who says it is a mutant.
Whew.
That would be the real duality. And from there, Marvel, cut the check.
Please, bust it down.
Ooh, there's so much depth in Magneto. I love it.
Check.
Yeah, we gotta.
There's so much depth in Magneto.
Over and over.
Yo, matter of fact,
Black Charles is easy, but Magneto.
First off, we gonna make the shirt first. Magneto. All right. You know what? Yeah, guys. We're gonna put a Kickstarter up soon. It's gonna be called the Support the Magneto Movement. We will hashtag Magneto. We started Magneto. You heard it here first. Magneto or no Nito. So, I'm just saying.
Well, it doesn't have to be black though. They just said people of color. Because I could see Giancarlo Esposito playing Magneto.
I'd rather Magneto. I'm sorry.
In the future, do you want to see more stuff like this? More white characters being casted as black? Like I said, we've been having a lot of it
It's not
recently.
something I look forward to.
Same.
Because I'd rather just the characters be the character. Yeah. If you happen to cast a black person that you feel...
you're not mad at it.
No, I'm not mad at it. It's just like, if you happen to cast an actor
who can embody,
regardless of like skin tone, who can really embody the character, then pick them.
Yeah.
And I mean, in all actuality, I don't know why it doesn't make sense for a black
unless it's a white person being a black person. That's no bueno.
We're not trying to
fuck all that. Fuck all that. I don't give a fuck how hypocritical I sound. We're not doing that.
But you're not hypocritical, and we all know why, and we're not going to discuss this.
Like, fuck all that. No. But any person of color that plays a white person on screen, unless that person is like a fucking Nazi, like, yeah, go for it, bro.
So we all here for Magneto?
We're all here for Magneto. And I agree with you guys entirely on black casting. It's not something that I'm pushing for. But if it happens and they do a good job, kudos. But of course, what we want is more black comic character, more black original characters, and for them to be done amazing justice on the big screen. Yeah. That is what we want.
We would like to see Icon on the big screen. We want to see Static on the big screen.
Yes.
You feel me? Like, we need
give us some Blue Marvel.
Yes.
My son Adam Brosher, Blue Marvel. We need to see him on the big screen. He's just as strong as Captain Marvel. Maybe I think he's stronger than her actually. I mean, like,
is it okay to say Ironheart? Do we want to see Ironheart?
Yeah, we could get an Ironheart.
Yeah, why not? I heard a rumor that Tony might Robert might reprise her. Like, he might come back on real quick
just to
for Black Widow.
Give her the. Oh, really? For Black Widow?
Yeah.
I thought you were.
Wow. Why?
I don't know. Voiceover, AI. Maybe he was small role.
Oh,
not like Iron Man's gonna be in Black Widow because this is a prequel.
Yeah, so he gonna a quick $2 million for voiceover.
We'll check real quick. Why not?
Quick $2 million for voiceover.
Seems like this is gonna be a show today, guys.
Yeah, honestly, this was a cool show.
Yeah, Black
I enjoyed
Nito.
it.
Black Nito.
Hashtag Black Nito. Let's start a movement.
Yeah, no, honestly, let's get this movement going. Hashtag Black Nito.
And you got the Ankh eras too. Ankh.
Also, guys, I want to start a Kickstarter. If y'all want to see our beautiful faces, we're gonna be starting a Kickstarter soon for cameras. So
yeah,
support us. We need cameras, and I know y'all want to see us.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start a Kickstarter soon and support us. When that comes out, we'll let you know.
Yeah, we have a couple projects we like to do, both like on Twitch and YouTube. And in order to do said projects, we need their monties. We need their monies.
Cameras are expensive, guys.
Yeah, so as Player 3 was saying, she's gonna start a Kickstarter. Please support us. We start a Kickstarter. We're gonna get a coffee going. We accept all donations. Go in your mama's purse, grab something. All the kids from 13 to 17, go in your mama's purse, grab something, use their credit cards. I don't care. Don't use no pieces on this shit. Grab your mama's credit card. I don't care. But all I'm saying is, please support. We're trying our best content. We have a lot of things coming down the pipeline. Don't forget, Girls Game Night coming soon. I am Player 1 Crimson.
It's your boy, Sword of SK. You done know, Player 2.
And I'm Bubblegum Zombie Player Hunter.
What?
Sorry, I haven't eaten whole day. I am Player 3 Bubblegum Zombie Hunter.
And we're out.